Hello everyone, this is the final video of this class. I'm gonna show you the application, the final application I have built for this class. In this class, we are using different technologies like Node.js, PostgreSQL. We are using React, Redux, and Pug as a template engine. In this case, for this application, I have set up a web server to call the data from the data directory from the database and pass the data in my templates. So I have set up my server here running in the port 3000. Then I have set up Express, the Express library to build my backend in Node.js. Then I have created um, first I have set up my models to create my database. In this case I have two models, the entry models with the validation for this model with the foreign key user ID, and I have my user model and the setup of the database. So after export this database to PostgreSQL, I have created my controllers and my routes. I created controller for out, for the login, for the sign up, the login user using a third party, in this case Google, and the logout. In the controller for entries, I have created the controller for my CRUD to read the entries for the user, displaying the dashboard, the controller to save a new entry, controller the method for update an entry and remove an entry. Also, I have created a controller for the validation of my forms here. And I have the routes for my out and my entry, and every route has a corresponding controller. Also, I have protected um, all my routes outside the out routes using this protect route method. So you can see here I'm protecting all the routes outside the out routes, all the entry routes. And finally, I have created my views using the template engine Pug. I have created my profile, the login views, and all the different views, and I styled those views using CSS. So everything to get a final result of this application. Let me run my server. Here is my application. I can sign in using username, password, I can create a new user here, and also I can log in using Google. So for example, I'm gonna create a new user. Click on register, and the user is redirected to his entries. So if I go to my database, I have here the new user. Here it is, the new user. So if I click on logout, I go back to the sign-in form. So if I make a sign-in with this user, here it is. It's going to his entries. And the other option is login using Google. Well, right now my user and password is in my browser caches, so that's what is going directly to the entries. So I have created some entries for this user already. So here are those entries in the database. So I'm gonna show you how the could work. So I'm gonna create a new entry. I'm going to my entry form to create a new entry. So I have validated all these inputs. For example, if you click on save, it shows you the validation of each input. New entry for video. I'm making my final video. So here is the new entry. If I click on delete, I can delete this entry. So let me show you, for example, this entry in the database. So if we go to the database, refresh the database, here is the new entry. So if I go to edit this entry, I'm gonna say edited. I'm gonna say in this case not public. Save it. Here is edited, and also is edited in the database. If I click on delete, it's deleted, and it's deleted in the database. So I hope everyone have enjoyed this course, this final application. I just want to say thank you to all the instructors and all the people that have helped me in this course. I'm so happy with this class because I have learned a lot about the new technologies for a web developer. So thank you, have a great day.